I first came to Joy Church to get my brother off my back because he had been inviting me forever, and I just was tired of hearing about it. So I was like, okay, I'll come. At that point in my life, I was at a place where I didn't want to have anything to do with church. I didn't want to have anything to do with God. I had grown up in church. I was saved at a young age. My dad was a deacon. My mom was in the choir. We were very involved in church. The church went through a split, and ultimately the pastor and a lot of the people in the church kind of turned against us. And that really shook the foundation of what I knew to be Christianity. That was the start of my kind of downfall, I guess. For several years after that, we didn't have a church home. I wasn't active in the church, and I kind of lost my way for a while. When I ultimately hit bottom, I decided that the Marine Corps was the only fix for me. That's what I needed to do. So that's what I did. And after 4 years of active duty and a couple of times overseas, I remember having a talk with God out loud. And I told God, I hate you. I don't want to have anything to do with you. You're not good for me. Why would I ever follow a God like you? After the Marine Corps, I met my wife and we came to Joy Church. And little did I know that it was only gonna take one time. And we came and it was just amazing. Everybody was great. The pastor, I remember sitting in my seat laughing the entire time, and I had never laughed in church before. The pastor was just hilarious, and I had fun. And it really opened my heart to what God wanted to say to me. I rededicated my life to Jesus and made Him first in my life, made Him the Lord of my life. Ever since I've been coming here, the word that I've been taught has revolutionized the way that I view Jesus and the way that I view Christianity as a whole. Pastor said, think about Jesus like this. He was a carpenter before power tools. And since I grew up being one, I know how hard it can be. And that was the first time I saw him as a real man's man. The word we get taught here is so palatable. Pastor puts it in a way that you really can relate to, you can take away from here, you can use it day to day, and that's what I do. And now, before when I would run away from God, now if I have a problem, if I don't know what to do, if I don't know what to say, instead of asking everybody else first, I run to God first. So if I had to say anything to anybody that comes here for the first time, come here open-minded, because you never know if the first time is going to be the first time of the rest of your life. And, you know, Pastor always says it's not the perfect church. And I believe that, because the perfect church is heaven. But the perfect church for me is here. The perfect church for my wife and my kids is here. Because this is the place that gave us a new understanding, a new revelation of God's love for us.